Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to do, yep, you guessed it, 3's Still Not a Charm. So without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at 10 movies where the third movie is not as good as the second movie, and definitely not as good as the first movie. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. We are going to do, after this video, 3's a Charm, where the third movie is better than the second movie. So without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at 3's Still Not a Charm. Starting with Dark Knight Rises from the Dark Knight trilogy. Dark Knight Rises was a good movie, but it's no way near as good as The Dark Knight. Straight up and down. It's the weakest link in this trilogy. And that's saying something because this is a very powerful trilogy. So to be called the weakest link in a trilogy like this is still a good movie. Next up, we're going to take a look at the third installment in the original trilogy of the X-Men movies. We're going to talk about X-Men Last Stand. Not as good as the second movie. Definitely not. The Karate Kid 3 can't compete with the Karate Kid 2. Definitely. Final Destination 3 is definitely the weakest link in the series, in my opinion, out of all 5 films. Well, maybe 5 might be considered the weakest, but 3 is definitely weaker than 2. Next up, we got the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Is the third installment. It is not as good as the second one. Next up, we got Star Trek Beyond. Definitely not as good as Into Darkness. A lot of people don't like this entire trilogy. I think it's a pretty decent trilogy. Is it better than the original or the Next Generation? I wouldn't even try to compare them. It's a different timeline. It's just different. So yeah, Star Trek Beyond. Speaking of the original timeline, we have Star Trek: The Search for Spock is the weakest out of the original Kirk timeline, and it's the third installment. Definitely weaker than the Wrath of Khan. However, I do believe it's better than Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the first one, but we're talking about third movie being better than the second movie, and The Search for Spock is not better than the Wrath of Khan. Next up, we got Batman Forever. Out of the original 4 movies, it's not the weakest. Of course, Batman and Robin is the weakest, but it's not better than Batman Returns, which is the second movie. So we got Batman Forever. And of course, this one has been on the radar for a little bit, but I got a little nudge in the comment section of one of the videos. But I did have it on my radar, but I just kept forgetting to bring it up. But here it is. We definitely got The Godfather Part 3. It is absolutely the weakest link in the Godfather trilogy. Absolutely, beyond a shadow of all doubt. Well, guys, that's 10 movies that's still not a charm. Next up, 3's a Charm, or 3 is a Charm. So thanks for watching. That was a quick little something. Just wanted to show you guys 3's still not a charm, but we getting ready to do 3 is a charm, or 3's a charm, however you want to word it. Thanks for watching.